Hello, friend. This is Ryan Hicks of the resellermindset.com. And for this Reseller Friday, I want to talk to you about, are you experiencing hard times or are you experiencing opportunities? Now, this is not to dress up bad times and things going wrong and pretend like they're really good. No, of course not. But this time of year is when the resellers start getting down on themselves. They start talking about, oh, summer sales slow down. And you hear more and more people talking about, oh, it's so slow today. What, is eBay even open anymore? And just nonsense like that. A big part of it is because people are not looking for the opportunities available to them. They just see hard times. And I got to be clear about this. Hard times are self-caused, because unless you're brand new, maybe you're a brand new reseller, you don't know how things work. And during the summer, there's less people online buying stuff on the various platforms. And so traditionally, people's sales go down. But if you prepare and you know in advance this knowledge, you can do things differently. Because see, here's part of the thing that happens to people. It's not so much there's less buyers on there. Sellers aren't performing at the same level they were earlier in the year and toward the end of the year. What they are doing is, you see them, they're taking vacations. They're taking this week off and that week off. They're doing less in their business and they're getting less in results. And then they wonder why. And they act like it's the summer. That's the problem. Because people are out doing stuff during the summer. They're not buying as much online. It must be the summer. Not the fact that they are doing those same things. They're out there wasting time. They're out there taking vacation after vacation and doing less. They're out there because they're having a bad day in sales. They put in less work and then wonder why they continue to get bad days of sales when they're putting in less and less work. Now, I want you to reframe things. What if the negative times you perceive right now is really a time for you to start looking for opportunities that are readily apparent all around you, but you may not be seeing them because you've been focused on negativity. You've been focused on listening to the next drama from the next reseller who's talking about how bad their sales are, and you guys are commiserating in your misery, and you're bringing each other down, and you're failing miserably. And it shouldn't be the case. I say this a lot, and many resellers disagree. They get mad about it because they like to pretend that their reselling business is so difficult and nobody can understand how hard it is. But the reality is the reselling business is so easy. You can scale up to a very high level and it becomes very difficult. I get that. And I've done that. But what I'm telling you is, for most people and where they're at, it's one of the easiest businesses you could possibly be in. And the beautiful part of it is that there is a direct correlation with your input into the business, the amount of work you put in, the amount of items you list, the high quality items you list, of course, to the results you get. You have great opportunities all around you may be missing. Now listen, maybe your sales are slow right now. Have you considered looking for better quality items, for higher quality items that sell quickly with little to no effort? There are items in the middle of the summer when everybody's talking about how slow sales are that I list and they sell within an hour. Why is that? Because it's a highly desirable item that is in demand. Why not look for more items like that? So many people self-sabotage because not only are they doing less effort, they're putting less into their business, but then they're listing low quality items that take a long time to sell, very long tail, or may not sell at all in many cases. And they're blaming the summer for their poor results because they've been putting in poor effort. And this is not to criticize you, but I want you to look for opportunities. Okay, if you have less time needed for shipping because you're not getting very many sales, why don't you put that time you would have been using for shipping into going out and finding more high quality items? Why don't you put that time into researching more so you know high quality items when you see them instead of skipping right past them? It's always amazing to me. I know resellers have been selling for a long time, decades even, and I'll go after them in a store, in a thrift store, and I'm finding gold mine, just beautiful diamonds and gemstones of perfect, great items that resell quickly that they passed right by. And in some cases, I've seen them literally pick up the item, look at it and say, and put it aside and go on to another item, a low value item that they actually get, leaving that beautiful high dollar valuable item that sells quickly for me because I know immediately looking at it, oh, I know that item. I've sold that before. That's worth a lot. And they don't even get it. If they've been looking for the opportunities, not a negative mindset, thinking the worst, expecting the worst, and being lazy too. We're not even willing to put in the effort to look up an item they don't know about. Because if they knew about that item, they would have got it 100%. So the fact they didn't get it shows they didn't know about it. And the fact they didn't look it up shows a lack of effort, a laziness. I want you to put more effort into finding higher quality items. So when you get them listed, they sell quickly. Because what is the point of listing a bunch of items that take years to sell? And if you're doing more of that in the summer, you're listing more low quality items. Even if you list a lot more items, so let's say you double your listing. You list 10 a day, now you're listing 20 a day. It doesn't matter because you're listing 20 items a day that might take a year or two to sell. I'd rather you list 5 items that are high quality and in demand and will sell quickly, because you can turn over your money and go buy another 5 items that are high quality and keep doing that. You'll make way more money than listing 10 items that are just mediocre or not even good at all. There's a way of making a large amount of money even during the summer. You do not have to shrink back. You do not have to talk like everybody else who's talking about how it's so hard and how you just can't do anything during the summer. You might as well just take off and take a vacation because sales are so slow. No. If sales are slow, put more effort into your finding high quality items. If sales are slow, put more effort into listing your death pile. If you have a pile of stuff just sitting in the corner, not even listed, how are you going to sell an item that's not listed? Instead of shrinking back, instead of looking for a way out to not do work, put in more effort today. Put in more wise, intelligent, hard effort into your business so you can get the best results possible. And I want to tell you something, my friend. Your summer sales can be massive, can be great. It can feel like Q4 if you'll do this, if you'll take up this mentality. Not expecting the worst. Stop listening to people who are talking about how hard it is right now and sales are so slow. Stop listening to those people. There's no good coming from that. If you'll get out there and find more high quality items, list them quickly, you'll start getting more sales, and you will do absolutely amazingly during even the summer when everybody else is talking lack, everybody else is talking limitation, everybody else is talking about how putting in the effort doesn't work or it's too hard. You'll be making great sales, you'll be a success, and you'll continue on your success, not plateauing, not going down, but continually going up each and every month and becoming a great and mighty success in your reselling business. My friend, I pray this is a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.